All right.
Here we are, everybody. So that happy pose, we're gonna get just kind of one foot over the other foot, if you can, with your feet flexed. If it's not too tight in your hips, if it is tight in your hips, you could always sit on a pillow or something. So just sitting up nice and tall, you can kind of shift the weight side to side here, and then just stack that spine. We're gonna take a couple shoulder rolls back, so just kind of breathing in, shrugging the shoulders up, exhaling, drawing the shoulders down and back. Breathing in, shrugging up, exhaling, down and back. We're gonna do 2 more of these backwards, just loosening that tension. And then we're gonna go forward. So shrugging up and dropping forward. And 4 circles forward. Awesome. All right, so from here, we're gonna breathe in, exhale, ear to the shoulder. And just feel that nice little stretch you're getting on the opposite side. Then you're taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling, same thing. So really drop the shoulder away from the ear, high bib, and then back to center. We're gonna take the hand behind the back, so just putting it behind and then sitting up nice and tall, hand on your head, and shifting the ear away from that. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side, so other arm goes behind, you can assist if you need to. Nice tall chest, and stretch. Great. Relax the arms, come back to center. So we're gonna do a little side body stretch. We're gonna reach out to the side, we're gonna inhale, we're gonna exhale, and just stretch the arm up overhead. Do the same thing to the other side, breathing in, exhaling. And then one more time, stretching over. And switching to the opposite side. Good, so coming to center, sitting up tall, we're gonna take our feet and we're just gonna put them together for butterfly. We're gonna inhale in and we're gonna exhale out and just gonna apply a little bit of pressure on those legs. As you start to fold over them. Good, so breathing in. This time what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your legs, you're gonna walk them out a little bit. So just butterfly, but your feet are out a little further. If you want, you can elevate them too. You can take something like this, and you can put them up on a box. Okay, so up to you if you want to elevate, you don't have to. But you're going to be folding forward here. And think about driving those knees out as you fold forward. You might feel it in like the small of your back. You could feel it in your hips, depending on where you're a little tight. And then coming back up. So we're going to continue to open those hips up. You're going to take one leg out, and the other leg, you're going to bring across. So we're going to do that rocking the baby, hugging the leg. The foot is flexed. Maybe you stay here. That's totally fine. Or maybe you pull this leg in and just get a little deeper stretch in the hips. So you're looking like this, little leg across. Depends on where you're at. And then the last thing you do is take that foot, putting in the elbow crease, and we're just going to gently rock the leg. So tall chest here. Nice small little rocks, just starting to open the hip up a little bit. Awesome. From here, we're gonna drop that leg. So we're just gonna let the knee drop, leg should extend. You're gonna breathe in, you're gonna exhale, you're just gonna reach for the foot. So this is head to knee. The goal is to get your head down to your knee. Not everybody has to do that, but if you can reach, the second thing would be to bend. The last thing would be to interlock over that foot and then just drop the head down. But with each breath, you're trying to drop down a little bit lower. So you're exhaling and folding. Exhaling and folding. Awesome. We're gonna come on up. You can extend the other leg out. So you're not quite in a straddle, but you're not quite in a pike here. Your feet are just separated just a little bit. We're gonna breathe in, we're gonna exhale, and we're gonna reach for the inside of your feet. Okay, so if you can reach for the inside of your feet, breathing in, exhaling, and you're trying to get a nice flat back, and you're bending your elbows, trying to fold over. And once again, with each exhale, you're trying to go a little bit lower. Then we're gonna come on back up. You're gonna bring the opposite leg in. So we're going head to knee on the other side. Same thing. You get that nice deep breath in, filling up your chest and your stomach, and then exhaling, bending the elbow, exhaling, interlocking the fingers, whatever you got, but with each exhale, just think about dropping the head. Letting the breath out of your stomach and getting a little closer to that leg with each exhale. And we're coming back up. When you're ready, you're gonna take this leg across now for rocking the baby. So once again, go wherever you're comfortable. You know, bringing the leg in, maybe bending the knee is just enough in that hip. Or if you wanna get into rocking, you can rock, whatever is comfortable for you. And then we're just gonna meet back in butterfly. So we'll have our feet in again, up tall. We're gonna breathe in, exhale, and then just gently putting some pressure on the legs. Once again, this time we're gonna lean to one side. You're gonna pin the leg with your elbow and the other arm. You're just gonna start applying some pressure to the leg. So think about breathing in, exhaling pressure, breathing in, letting the leg come up, exhaling and dropping. In, up, exhale, drop. We're gonna do 3 on one side and 3 on the other. So once again, elbow is gonna be pinning that leg. Breathing in, exhale, drop. You can see how one of my hips is a heck of a lot tighter than the other hip. My right side is way better than my left. So after 3, you're gonna take those feet back out in front of you. And we're gonna breathe in, exhale, and we're gonna fold over. And you can round the back too on this fold. Good, coming up and back to that little tiny straddle position. This time we're gonna get some slides in here. So we're just gonna breathe in. We're gonna start our hands at our knees. We're gonna exhale and we're gonna slide our hands to wherever we're comfortable. Okay, so just breathing in here, exhaling, and sliding to where you're comfortable. But like I said, it should just be a little straddle. We're not going huge, just tiny. Breathing in, exhaling, and floating. Okay, so let's get like 5 of these. And then on the last one, you're gonna try to hang out down here. Once again, grabbing those feet, bending the elbows, and dropping the head. And it depends on where you're tight and where you're gonna feel this. I can feel it in my calves, which is kind of weird, but my calves are really tight, I guess. Some people might feel it on their back or hamstrings. All right, so coming back up, we're gonna put our feet together. You're just gonna kind of shake the legs out. Awesome. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back into happy. And then we're gonna roll through here. And we're gonna press back up into downward dog. We're gonna shift the weight side to side. So you're just exhaling and dropping your foot, exhaling and dropping the foot. Then we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. We're gonna extend the leg up and we're gonna open the hip. So flex the foot, open the hip. And then you're gonna come down. So you're gonna drop that foot. You're gonna extend one leg. You're gonna come down to your butt. And then you're gonna exhale and stretch. So we're coming down to our butt, one leg's straight, the other foot is just kind of pulled into your glute here. And then as you exhale, you're gonna open that hip up and stretch. We'll do one more time. So inhale in, exhale out, stretch it up, and then we're gonna flip it back over. So you're gonna take this leg back around to downward dog. Good. So from here, you're just gonna drop down to your knees. Hands are gonna go underneath your shoulders. We're gonna go cat-cow. So you're gonna exhale and then look up, opening the chest, drawing the shoulders down and back. Breathing in, exhaling, pushing the ground, rounding your back. And back for cow. And then back up for cat. Back to center. From here, we're gonna take the right leg back, left leg forward, left arm forward, sorry. We're just gonna lift up and hold. So you're gonna make sure your hips are nice and even here, and your arm and leg are reaching to the opposite wall. Good, we're gonna come down. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Foot, arm, lift and hold, but stretch your finger to one wall, stretch your leg to the other, really extend, extend out. Try to keep your hips even. Coming down, and then sitting back to extended child. So knees are out, butt is dropped, head is down. From here, a little side body stretch. You're reaching to one side of your mat, opposite hands on top. And switching. So you're just reaching and extending your butt away from those arms. Back to that center. Flexing your feet, going back up into downward dog, and shifting that weight side to side. You're gonna exhale that air out each time you drop the heel and shift your weight over to that side. You're gonna inhale up that leg, make sure the foot's flexed, exhale and open the hip. From here, we're gonna drop that foot. The other leg is gonna extend. So you should come just to a nice seated position here. This foot's in, close to your butt. The other leg is straight. We're gonna inhale in here. We're gonna exhale and stretch. We're gonna inhale in, exhale and open. Good. Just inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna flip it around. Flipping it back over. Dropping the knees back down. Hands are under the shoulders. Going back to cat-cow, so relaxing the stomach, drawing the shoulders down and back, head up. Exhaling, pushing the ground, rounding the back, chin to the chest. Releasing, head up. One more time to cat. And then back to that neutral spine and tabletop. We're gonna go back to that balance pose, so foot out, arm out. We're just lifting up and holding. So hips are even, arms extending, legs extending. And you're just balancing and holding here. Coming back down, and we're gonna switch sides. Hand and foot, lift up and hold, extend, extend, extend. Nice even hips, nice tight core. Coming back down, feet together, knees out. Let's sit back to extended child here. Forehead down, take a few nice deep breaths. Try to sink your heels closer to your glutes with every exhale. From here, we're reaching to one side, exhaling that air out. Reaching to the opposite side. Back to center. And we're gonna come on up to toes pose, because I know that Hugh ran 17 miles yesterday. So we're gonna flex our feet, toes under, and then you're gonna sit back, trying to keep your heels together. So this is a good one to kind of prevent any like plantar fasciitis. Also helps with the shin splints for all the running that Hugh does. So we're gonna be here in toes pose. We're just gonna breathe in, exhale. You're gonna stretch up nice and tall, and keeping your feet and hips right where they are. You're gonna think about just moving your upper body. So if I'm facing you forward, it's here. My hips are synced down, and I'm just stretching and opening the lat a little bit on the exhale. And then I'm coming back down. Here, I'm breathing in, exhaling up, and just getting into the lat, and then back down. Awesome. Your feet should feel fantastic by now, so we're gonna kick your toes out. So what you're gonna do is come into that tabletop and just relax the feet as you kick them out. Awesome, so from here, we're gonna continue opening up the calves. You're gonna go onto your elbows. You can hold onto your hands. You're gonna send your hips up to the ceiling, similar to downward dog, but you're gonna walk those heels out just like you were, exhaling and dropping. And you should feel a little deeper stretch into the calf, where it attaches up behind the knee. Good. From here, just gonna one arm, the other arm, right up to downward dog. We're gonna lift one leg up, and we're gonna bring it into pigeon. So you're gonna flex the foot. We're gonna try something a little different in pigeon today. You're gonna take the back foot and you're gonna flex it. Okay, so flexing the back foot here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lean away from the back foot over this hip. So try to exhale that air out. You're gonna walk your hands to the center, and then you're gonna reach over the foot that's flexed. So you should feel this a little bit more in your hip, where the other one's a little more hip flexor. You're gonna exhale out here. Walk the hands in. Hand on either side of the knee. We're gonna press back up. We're gonna drop back to those elbows and shift the weight side to side. So exhaling, dropping. I'm just continuing to shift the weight side to side, exhaling that air out, getting a little stretch in the calves. And then walking those hands up into downward dog. We're gonna go opposite leg up and bringing it in for pigeon. And like I said, a little different, flexing the back foot here. And then first, reaching over the bent leg. So we should feel a stretch in this nice tight hip flexor if you have a tight hip flexor. Exhaling out. Good, then we're gonna walk those hands over. And now we're reaching over the foot that's flexed. So getting a little stretch into that hip. Exhaling. All right, walking back to the center. We're gonna press back up into downward dog from here. So just pressing and then shifting your weight side to side. Let's lift the leg up and come into low lunge. So you're gonna drop the back knee. You're gonna make sure the foot's in front of the front knee. You're gonna breathe in, exhale, arms up. You're gonna grab the wrist of the knee that's down, and you're gonna stretch away from that leg. Coming back to center, exhaling out, extending the front leg with a nice flat back and folding over it. So if you feel like you're pretty rounded, you can center yourself up. Think about taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling and just hinging, and you should feel the stretch in the back of that leg. Good, so we're gonna shift, flex the back foot, extend, and we're just gonna step in and forward fold here. So folding over the legs, you're trying to drop your head, your neck, your shoulders, everything drops over. Draw a nice deep breath into your stomach, come up to a nice flat back. Exhale that air out and then forward fold over those legs again. Good, let's roll it all the way up to a stand, nice and tall. Deep breath in, exhale, you're just gonna sit back into Mighty Powerful, which is a chair pose here. And then we're gonna breathe in, exhale, come all the way down. And then up to you, you can either jump or walk back on that mat. You're gonna come back to a plank. We're gonna lower yourself to a little push-up, and then you're just gonna push through the upward dog, or you can go to Cobra, whatever's comfortable. And then from here, we're pressing back to downward dog, shifting that weight. Hopefully you're starting to feel the back of your legs open up a little bit. You're lifting the other leg up and low lunge here. Good, so that knee's down, this knee's not over the front foot. Drawing a nice deep breath in, holding that wrist as you exhale, stretching away from the back leg. Going back up, breathing in, exhaling, and folding over the front leg. 2, wherever you're comfortable here. Trying to get that back, flat chest open. And we're shifting forward, flexing the back foot for high lunge, stepping in and a forward fold. Coming up into that nice flat back, open chest. Exhaling and dropping back down. Rolling it all the way up. Shoulders are going to draw down and back. Chest is nice and open. Breathing in, exhaling, sitting back into that chair pose. From here, big swan dive down. Squatting down, stepping and jumping back. Going to that low push-up, pushing through the upward dog. Pressing back to downward dog. This time lifting the leg and coming right into high lunge. High lunge, we're gonna do the same thing we did in low lunge. So we're just gonna breathe in, exhale, take that arm, stretch away from that back leg, make sure the back leg stays nice and straight. Coming back to center. Deep breath in, exhale, this time we're forward folding over the leg, standing. So trying to get those hips even, exhaling the air out, dropping the head. Good, from here, you're just gonna step that back leg in. You're gonna grab the elbows to help pull you down a little further. Shift that weight side to side. And Lauren, you can even separate your feet here too. It might be a little bit comfortable for your bump. We're gonna come up to a flat back. And then exhale that air. Rolling it all the way up. Shoulders down and back. Sitting back to that mighty powerful again. Big swan dive down. Squatting. Jumping or stepping back. Doing that chaturanga through to upward dog. Pressing back to downward dog. Opposite leg comes up and through for high lunge. So we're making sure in high lunge that we're on our toes and our quad is nice and tight so the back leg is straight. We're gonna breathe in, exhale, and shift our weight away from that back leg. Come back to center, breathe in, exhale, bring that back leg in, and with a flat back, fold as far as you can over this front leg. You're gonna step in again, grabbing the elbows, letting them pull you down, even just swaying side to side. You can slightly bend the legs if you need to. Nice and easy and relaxing here. And you're gonna come up to that flat back position. And drop back down, exhaling that air out. Rolling it up. Shoulders are drop down and back. Sit back to that mighty powerful. Swan diving back down. Squatting down, jumping or stepping back. Doing that chaturanga through to upward dog. And then back to downward dog. From here, we're gonna go on our toes. You're gonna bend your knees, and you're just gonna jump your feet between your hands and forward fold. You're gonna come up to that flat back. And this time when you go down, you're gonna try to hold on to those big toes. You're gonna exhale the air and try to pull yourself a little lower. You can separate your feet if you'd like to, and drop yourself down like this. So feet can be either separated or they can be together. And then you're gonna roll yourself up. You're gonna breathe in, you're gonna lift that leg up with the foot flex. You're gonna exhale and you're gonna drop and sit. So kind of a figure 4 stretch standing, sitting the hips down and back, feeling the stretch in that hip. Okay, so it should look like this. Everybody looks pretty good actually. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe back in. We're gonna have the leg come up. When we exhale, we're gonna shoot it back to warrior 3. And then we're gonna drop it to warrior 1. And then we're gonna exhale with that leg straight, holding over the foot again. Good, we're gonna step in. We're just gonna squat down. We're gonna jump or step back. We're gonna chaturanga through. We're gonna press back to downward dog. We're gonna go on our toes, bend our knees, come to land, forward fold. Nice flat back. And grabbing the toes. So you can separate here when you grab the toes, try to bend. Or you can keep the feet together, whatever's comfortable. Then you're just gonna roll it up to that stand. We're gonna breathe in, bringing the leg up, flexing the foot, exhaling and dropping. Okay, so making sure that the foot's flexed, toes are pulled towards the shin, and we're just sitting back, feeling the stretch in that hip. Good, so we're breathing in, we bring that leg back up, and on the exhale, we're gonna kick it back into warrior 3. So warrior 3, we're trying to get our hips even, foot is flexed, arms are out. Trying to balance here. I'm not sure if I already did that leg. Which leg am I on? I think I did that one. Yeah. All right. Then we're gonna go warrior 1. And we're folding over that leg again for the exhale. Stepping the foot in. Exhaling and dropping. Squatting down. Jumping or stepping back. Doing that little chaturanga through. This time sitting back to extended child. Trying to release the breath. Close, yeah. So we're gonna go through that sequence one more time. I'm just gonna add something this time. All right, so let's press back to downward dog. Shift that weight. Let's go on the toes. You can walk your feet up or you can jump in the air, whatever's comfortable. And then we have that forward fold. We're coming up to a flat back. We're gonna drop down and you're gonna grab the toes again, so same thing. You can separate your feet if you didn't before, you can keep them close, whatever you wanna do. You're trying to exhale and get the head as close as you can between the legs. Good, then we're gonna roll it up. We're gonna breathe in, we're gonna bring the leg up. We're gonna exhale, and we're gonna drop it again. This time when we drop, if you'd like, you can put a little bit of pressure on the leg to kind of open the hip up a little bit more, even just do like a couple little bounces here. We're gonna breathe in, bring the leg up. We're gonna kick it right back to that warrior three. This time on warrior three, you're gonna put your hands in your hips. Something a little bit different, but try to keep your hips nice and even. You might want to bend the bottom leg, or you can extend it, but you're really focusing in on keeping those hip bones nice and even here. And then we're gonna drop to warrior two. So once you drop that leg, front leg is bent, arms are out. We're gonna take a breath in, we're gonna exhale, we're gonna reverse the warrior. And then we're gonna cartwheel up to the front of your mat. We're gonna squat down. We're gonna go through this all the way through. Back up. On your toes, bend your knees, jump and land. Forward fold. Flat back. And dropping back down, once again, grabbing your toes, so you can widen your feet a little bit. As you exhale, trying to get your head closer to between your legs. My music's really quiet today, huh? All right, come on up. Breathe that leg up as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. So like I said, but same with the other leg, you can put a little pressure on the leg, not on the knee joint, but just above it, holding the foot. And you can even kind of do some like sit and bounces to open that hip up a little bit, just bending and opening, bending and opening. Breathe in, leg comes up, exhale, hands in your hips, and you're trying to get the hip bones to face the ground. So you're aware of where those hip bones are at, getting the balance. Just like the other side, you're dropping right to warrior two. So front leg is bent, arms are out. Front palm comes up as you exhale and reverse that warrior. Awesome, and then that cartwheel down to the front of your mat. The squat, jumper step back, chaturanga through. And we're gonna do extended puppy. So hips are gonna go up, arms are gonna go out. So instead of sinking your hips down, send them up and open the shoulder. Good, so we're gonna do some lying down poses now. So what I'm gonna have you do, if you can, just slide right through. If you can't, don't do it. We're gonna come to the front of the mat. We're gonna grab the knees. We're gonna round the back and roll it into the morning. So we're just hugging the legs here. What we're gonna do is extend one leg out, and the leg that's up, you're gonna flex the foot. If you have a shirt or a strap, I'm gonna use the shirt. We're gonna put it around the center of the foot. If you don't, you can either grab your big toe if you're capable of straightening the leg, or the shin, or the hamstring, depending on your level of flexibility. So I would say hamstring If you're here with straight leg, I would say shin. If you're here, I would say toe, if you can pull it, okay? So completely up to you, but you want to try to get the legs straight. So we're just breathing in, exhaling, and trying to get the leg closer to our head with every exhale. And then, if you do have a strap, you're gonna hold onto it and you're gonna let your leg drop open, not across your body, but away from your body. So you're just dropping it to one side here. Really relaxing. Coming back up to center. You're gonna bring the knee into the chest. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll over onto your side with the knee and the foot touching the ground. You're gonna hold on to the knee with the opposite arm. The arm that's up in the sky is gonna touch the ground. And then you're gonna try to turn and open. And you're just gonna do a few of these. So you're gonna keep the knee pinned, hand down, exhale, and open. Hand down, exhale, and open. Let's do 2 more. And the last one. Awesome. Coming back to that wind relieving in the center. This time, hugging the opposite leg, flexing that foot, and then once again, figuring out your flexibility level. So if you're like, yeah, I got this, you're holding on to the toe. You could be calf, you could be hamstring, depending on where you're at. Okay, but we want to try to get the legs straight. So we're breathing in and exhaling and bringing that foot a little closer with each exhale. Nice deep breath in, exhale the air out. Deep breath in, exhale the air out. Love that. Good, and then like I said, same as last time, we're opening this leg to the side of our body, not across. So just opening it up, letting it go and relaxing. Good. Bringing it back to center. You're gonna turn on your side. Same thing as before, so knee is over. You're holding it with the opposite hand. You're gonna touch the ground. And then you're just gonna exhale and open. Touch the ground. Exhale that air out. We get 5 of these to do. So you're moving nice and slow here. Making sure the knee's staying where it's at. And after that 5th one, we're gonna take our feet and plant it down. The last thing we do before the meditation is we're gonna do a little figure 4 stretch. So you're gonna take the foot over. Hopefully we've opened up our hips today. Hopefully they feel a little better in the beginning. And then you're gonna flex the foot and you're just gonna bring it in here. And you're gonna breathe and relax. You can apply some pressure to the knee if you'd like to, or that leg. Opening the hip. And then we're going to switch sides. Now the foot flexes, it comes across, we lift up, and exhale and relax. Focusing in on that breath and the exhale, and the opening of the hip. Awesome. Right into your Shavasana pose from here, so you can put your feet down and extend the legs out. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a little trip to the meadow since it's beautiful out, and I would love to lie in a meadow right now. So you can lay back into corpse pose. You should have your shoulders drawn down and back. So you're gonna take the shoulders drawn down and back, chest is open, arms are by your sides. Your nose should be lined up with your belly button, feet about hip width distance apart. You can choose to close your eyes, or you can focus in on a spot above you. If you're outside, really, you might not want to keep your eyes open because of the sun. We're going to start with a few nice deep breaths. So we're going to breathe in a full breath, and then we're going to exhale a complete breath. So think about drawing the breath into your stomach, filling it with air, and then filling your lungs up, exhaling from your lungs, then your stomach. So a nice deep breath in, filling that stomach all the way up, filling your lungs, exhaling lungs and stomach. So you're just breathing nice and slow and deep, and you're thinking about relaxing your body slightly with each exhale. So feeling your body start to relax with your feet and your calves, letting that relaxation just travel all the way up your legs to your hips and your lower back. Nice deep breath in, and with the exhale out, you're relaxing yourself into the mat. You're letting yourself take up more space, letting the relaxation continue up your spine along those muscles, all the way to your traps and shoulders. Exhaling any tension out, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears, letting the relaxation travel all the way down your arms to your wrists and your fingers. Continuing to use your breath as a focal point, breathing in nice and deep, exhaling out the tension, letting your neck relax, letting your head sink back into the mat, even allowing your eyes to rest behind your eyelids. Just letting go, exhaling out. And you're just continuing to breathe slowly and deeply as you visualize the following scene. So you're going to imagine yourself outdoors. You're walking through trees. There's small aspens and their leaves are just moving in the breeze. And the sun is shining down warmly. It's a beautiful day. The temperature is perfect. And you walk towards a clearing in the trees. And as you come closer to the clearing, you see it's a meadow. You walk out of the trees and into this beautiful meadow, and the tall green grass is blowing gently. You're feeling tired. You think it would be nice to kind of sit or lie down in the grass. But you walk a little further in the meadow, looking around, imagining the different sights. What does this peaceful meadow look like to you? Fortunately, you have this nice soft blanket with you. You unroll it, you lie down in the grass. And as you're lying there, you can feel the breeze on your skin and the sun on your face. It's a pleasant day, warm but not hot, and it's quiet and peaceful here. As you're lying, you notice the different sights around you. The grass is whispering. You see a mix of meadow green grasses, clovers, and wildflowers all around you. You even watch a small ladybug climbing up a blade of grass, climbing to the top, pausing for a moment, and then flying away. You imagine closing your eyes and listening to the sounds of the peaceful meadow. You can hear birds chirping, the breeze just rustling the grass softly. You can feel the sun on your face. You imagine turning your face towards the sky with your eyes closed, just enjoying the warmth of the sun, finally. You can even smell the grass, the wildflowers, and the smell of the sun on the earth. And you look around again to see the sights around you. You notice the ground follows gentle contours of hills. You see the blue sky above you and a few wispy clouds just drifting by nice and slow. You see the trees at the edge of the meadow. And the meadow is lush and green. It's a haven for different birds and animals. And as you watch, a deer peers out through the trees and emerges to graze on the grass at the edge of the meadow. The deer raises its head to look at you, just sniffling in the breeze. Then it turns, disappearing silently into the trees. And you feel rested here. You notice the sights, the sounds, and the smells around you. You can feel that soft grass beneath you, and the sun and the breeze on your skin. And you just lie here, imagining the details of this peaceful place. Now it's time to leave this peaceful meadow and return to the present. So you're just gonna notice your surroundings, feeling the mat beneath you, hearing the sounds around you, opening your eyes and looking around, just reorientating yourself to the present. Take a moment to take a nice deep breath in and extend your arms overhead and your legs to the opposite space. So start wiggling your fingers and toes. You can stretch out, making yourself nice and long. When you're ready, you're going to bring your knees into your chest. Just gently rock side to side or forward and back. You'll turn to that right side. And when you're ready, you just come all the way up to that seated position. Awesome. Hopefully everybody gets to get outside. A couple of you already are. I can't wait to enjoy this beautiful day.
Oh, it's so nice out.
Namaste, everybody. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you, Alicia.
Bye. My computer's dying.
Okay, yeah.
I don't have my cord here. Always something.